All right, let's quickly talk some filament saving ideas with multicolored printing. First off, just to print this one little multicolored print, it's going to cost me almost $3 to make. So when you're multicolored printing, be sure to fill the bed with as many copies as you possibly can, and it won't really cause too much of an increase in price, and you'll get more bang for your buck. So let's do that right now. All right, so I've put as many copies on the plate that I possibly can, and if you look right here, I've gone from, $3 for pretty much one to little over doubling it, but I have 5 more flexis that I am printing on this. And so more bang for your buck, less of a waste. Now let's talk some more in-depth things. Next, what we're going to do is we're just going to go to flush into infill. And what this is going to do is change the infill to where it's not just purging in the block or in the chute. It's going to be purging inside of these flexis. Just make sure when you do this that you are, you can increase your walls or make sure your flush volumes are good enough, because you might be able to see some, like right here, you have the black masks. You might see the black through the pink or the white. So increase walls, or have you tune your flush volumes, something like that. So let's go ahead and slice, and I'll show you what the effect is. All right, so here's the slice right here. We're at 646, a little bit of an improvement, but this is what it looks like as the printer is printing these. You'll have all of the infill, not all, but most, flushed into the flexis themselves. So what we're going to do next is I'm actually going to put an object in here. It's a little fidget cube, and I'm going to purge my waste into the object itself. It's not going to look the best, but it's still something that I'm going to be able to sell at a booth. Someone's going to want a fidget cube, and that is just an easy thing to kind of purge into. I'd rather have it purged into an object than out the back of the printer that I can't use. So let's get that in there. And what you're going to do is you're going to right click, you're going to go to flush options, and then you're going to go to flush into this object. Okay. It is going to increase the amount of filament into this print because it's a whole nother object, but you are going to be wasting less, and I'll kind of show you what I do after this. But let's get to that slice and we'll see what we get. All right, so right here you can see our cube and how it has different layers. Just be sure if you have it down here when the print goes and you have these lines, just pill them up before this is set down so it doesn't ruin the print itself. But you can see as it goes up the layer, this is kind of following the same kind of build. And as you go down, you see that the infill in here is also being purged. And it looks pretty solid. So this is what it's going to be going to before it transitions to the prints. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mess with the flushing volumes. And if I open up this, I see that we're, 467, 470, 373. That's way too much. So what we're going to do, because we're flushing into infill and because we're flushing into that flexi, we're not going to go much higher than 150. So we'll go 150 here. We'll go 120 here because it's going from, we're going to go 140. We could probably get 140 here as well. 140, 140. Pink to black, we're going to keep that. We're going to keep that because the black is going to overwhelm this. And then from there to there, we're just going to make sure 140, and we'll go 150 here. Okay, so we're going to hit slice one more time. It's 686, and we'll see how much I can save with this, all of these tricks. So flush infill, flush to this object, and printing multiple ones, and then also adjusting the flushing volumes of this print. So let's see what we're at. All right. So what we're looking at right now is 639. And that might not seem like a huge improvement with all of this, but what you got to look at is each one of these is just going to cost $1 to make. And in this type of business where you're selling these objects, pennies count, right? So if this is $1 to make, I can sell it between $5 to $10 per each one, or I sell them as a set. I could probably sell them for 4 each and get 12 for these 3 right here. Okay, so that's not too bad. $3 to make 12, that's pretty good. Okay, let me know what you guys think of these tips. If you have any other tips, I would gladly like to see them, and I might make a movie on them. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it.